How can we exercise safely as we age, even if we have low bone density or osteoporosis? The answer is different than what you might think. So take a little trip with me for a moment to the Wizard of Oz. Remember when Glinda the Good Witch came down in her bubble? I'd like you to imagine that bubble. Now, if I put a child in a bubble and I told them to push the edges, they would be all over the place, down low, up high, pushing the edges of their bubble, reaching behind themselves. The problem is that as we age, our bubble starts to shrink. The bubble represents our sphere of motion, our sphere of function. As that bubble shrinks, we might say things like, well, I'm okay as long as I don't turn my head too far. I'm all right as long as I don't reach up to the top shelf. So my goal for you and for your safety in life and as you exercise is that your bubble stays as big as possible for as long as possible. As we age, we may think that being safe means staying inside our comfort zone. But what happens in life if we end up outside our comfort zone by accident? That's when an injury could happen. The way to exercise safely and to prepare for life is to go to the edge of the comfort zone on purpose and get a little stronger there. This comes from a principle called Wolff's Law. It's been around since the 1890s when Mr. Wolff studied how bones respond to the strains that are put upon them. He looked at the wings of birds and noticed that in the places they had to bear the most weight and carry the most strain, the bones got thicker. The same thing happens in our bodies. So to exercise safely, we want to make sure that we are safely, gradually, mindfully, testing the edge of that comfort zone and asking our muscles, our bones, and our neurons to get stronger there. So my hope for you again is that you push the edges of your bubble, keep it as big as possible for as long as possible. And that's what we're doing in the program Balanced Bones. I'd love to have you join us. Come to ChooseJoyfulHealth.com and find out more.